Hi guys, I'm back. In this video, we're going to answer the question, what has more nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, or fats? Now, I'm not going to evaluate every single type of protein, carbohydrate, and fat. I'm just going to basically take three and compare them, but it's not as accurate because I'm not going to go after fruits, I'm not going to go after grains, I'm not going to talk about beans. We're just going to evaluate grass-fed beef, 3 ounces, and 1 cup of chopped kale, and 1 teaspoon of coconut oil as our fat. Let's just kind of evaluate this to look at the differences. Normally, we need certain required nutrients. We need vitamins. There's 2 types. There's fat-soluble, like vitamin A, D, E, and K. And then we have water-soluble, which is B vitamins, vitamin C. And then we also have minerals. We have minerals that you need more of, like potassium and calcium. And then you also have minerals that you don't need very much of, trace minerals, okay? So then we have amino acids, which could come from plant, and it can come from animal, all right? Then we have essential fatty acids. So we need certain fats. That would be the omega-3 fatty acids. You need that for your cellular membranes, your brain, your hormones. All right? So first of all, if we look at beef, vitamin A has 0 vitamin A because vitamin A is a fat soluble. And that's usually in cod liver oil. It's in certain organ meats. It's in butter. Now, if we take a look at kale, it has 10,000 IUs, but this is a pre-vitamin A. It has to be converted into the active form, which is retinol. So you may convert maybe 3% of that, okay? So it still has vitamin A, but it also has the phytonutrients that help the vision in the eye and the brain. So this is still gonna help you a lot, all right? Coconut oil has 0 vitamin A. Even the virgin coconut oil. And then we have vitamin C, 0 beef, but we have a good amount of vitamin C for kale, which is 80 milligrams. So you really only need 70 milligrams a day, so it's actually more than what you need. There's no vitamin C in coconut oil. A little bit of vitamin E in beef, 0 in kale, 0 in coconut oil. Then we have vitamin K. We have 0.9 micrograms versus 547 micrograms of vitamin K. So if someone's on Coumadin, which is blocking vitamin K, they're going to have to avoid kale because it's loaded with vitamin K. Then we have a tiny bit of vitamin K in coconut oil, just a tiny bit. So then we have vitamin B1. We got 0, just a very small amount in kale, and nothing in coconut oil. B2, tiny trace amounts. B3 have a little bit more, 3.9 milligrams versus 0.7 for kale. So the B vitamins, both of them, that's why you want to get your B vitamins from nutritional yeast. B6, there's a tiny bit in kale, 0 with coconut oil. Then we get to folate, which is a really good prenatal vitamin, and also if a woman is breastfeeding in a developing child. Okay, so we have 4.1 micrograms versus 19 micrograms. So kale has large amounts of folate, 0 coconut oil. Then we get to B12. There's good amounts of B12 in beef, but there's 0 in kale, 0 in coconut oil. Choline, which is a type of B vitamin that's good for a fatty liver, happens to be very, very high, 60 milligrams in only 3 ounces of beef, 0 in kale, 0 in coconut. And so people are like, oh, don't eat beef because it's going to give you a fatty liver, you're going to get fat. Well, not if it has choline. So we have calcium with 10 milligrams, 90 milligrams of kale. So kale is a good source of calcium, 0 coconut oil. Iron, 2.4 milligrams, 1.1 milligrams, 0. But here's the thing. The type of iron in beef is much more absorbable than the type in kale, all right? So that would be a little difference there. And then we have magnesium. We got 15.9, 22.8, so there's a good amount of magnesium in kale. And then we got zinc, 3.9 versus 0.3. So this is loaded with zinc. It's good for the immune system. Then we get protein, just actual amino acids, 16.2 grams versus 0.3 grams. So kale is not a lot of protein in comparison with beef, all right? So then we have omega-3 fatty acids. Specifically, we're talking about grass-fed, not grain-fed. That's 74 milligrams. But look at kale. Kale has 129 milligrams, so it's loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. So then we have potassium. Now, if we check this out, it's like 270 milligrams for just in 3 ounces of beef of potassium versus 299 milligrams in 1 cup of kale. So if you're having several cups of kale, you're getting a lot of potassium. So then we have selenium, which by the way helps you detoxify heavy metals, including mercury. And look at beef is loaded, 12 versus 0.6 versus 0. So as you can see, you really need a variety of foods to get all of your nutrients. And one last thing about trace minerals. I recommend sea kelp to get your trace minerals. It's very difficult to get trace minerals in an average diet nowadays. So thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, press this little button down below, okay? Thanks.